Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. Sorry about my dogs in the background. They're a little rambunctious this morning. I was listening to Chani this morning. She's an astrologer. And she was talking about, what was she talking about? The new moon in Taurus and how the moon is exalted in Taurus and all the good things that are coming with that. And I believe that's Friday. I could be wrong. But I'm actually kind of curious about it. The other thing she was talking about with Tuesday, something about, writing down your manifestations. I can't remember the astrological reason why, but check her channel out on YouTube, and she had a really good explanation. I didn't get to finish the end of it, but yeah, it was really, really interesting. So yeah, anyway, let's get the energies for today. Energies for today. Energies for today. Kind of a mellow morning here in Albuquerque. I have 3 graduations today. I have reservations about one of them, but you can't care about people more than they care about themselves. It's just a thing. So we've got the sun in reverse and death in reverse. So a lot of reversals lately. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. But the sun in reverse, again, the awareness that everything is always in our best and highest good, whether it's perceived bad right now. I had one of my clients who was talking about, Dakota. One of my clients was talking about being in the middle of something seemingly bad and knowing that it was in his best and highest good. And I thought that's a really powerful place to be. When you know when you're going through it that something spectacular sits on the other side of it. And that awareness, that knowing is really awesome. To the awareness that some change needs to happen. Now, whether or not you want to resist that change is up to you, but some sort of transformation is happening. Maybe it's not happening to you. Maybe it's happening around you and you're kind of resisting it a little bit, but I do feel like this is a resistance to change and the awareness that change maybe could happen. I don't want to say should happen because we don't shit on ourselves, but some change could happen, and whether that change is within you or within the people around you, or maybe it's just the situation around you. I'm in a situation at work where a lot of people are jumping ship, right? So I'm considering, is it time? Is it time to jump ship, or do I stick it out? And as a Taurus, I have a mean loyalty streak, and sometimes I overstay my welcome in that regard. But yeah, so what's the change? Is the change jumping ship? Is the change making change where I'm at? What's the change? I'm not really sure. So some more cards for the energy today. We've got the Magician, knowing that you're the magic. You get to decide. You're manifesting. You get to bring your beautiful light to the table. So who was I talking to? It was in the Cards and Community event where I was telling one of the ladies I was reading for that the cards and the runes and the pendulums and so forth, they're all just tools. You're the one that brings the real magic to the table. And really, you could do a reading, I could do a reading, without all the cards, right? Just reading the energy of the room, reading the energy of the situation. The cards help, of course. And, excuse me, I'm just going to get a sip of coffee. The fact that you are aware of that puts you in a very powerful place. Again, 2 very powerful places on the left side here, the receiving side. And knowing that as above, so below. Whatever I think, I create. Whatever my perception is creates my reality. So whether you want that to be scientific or esoteric or psychological or physical, it all matches at the end of the day, right? It all matches. Rewire some neural pathways and things seem to change in your perception. That could be scientific, or you manifest a different situation in your life, and you could call it esoteric. There's a bunch of different ways that you could talk about it, but at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. Because your subconscious mind doesn't know anybody but itself. And it perceives and projects, and there's transference and countertransference and all these things with your subconscious mind believing that everybody else would react and do the things the exact same way that you would do. And sometimes that can be a challenge, right? Sometimes. But knowing that, you can offset it, right? It's just like if you know there's going to be a traffic jam up ahead, you can take a different route, which is a different route. The Wheel of Fortune deciding that you want to take a different route. You get to decide when to turn the wheel. You get to decide when you want to change, you'll change the things around you, right? And again, this is on the change side of the reading with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. All your energy is not necessarily being distributed evenly. Now, we were talking about this last week with the Six of Pentacles. Just because everybody's getting what they need doesn't mean it's going to be equal. It's not going to feel fair, right? I might need to give more energy to my job than I give to my home life, but everybody's getting what they need, right? The dogs are fed, they're walked, they're exercised, they're played with, and I still might have to give more energy to my clients. And that's okay, because everybody's getting exactly what they need. What is our advice for this today? What's the advice? Advice for today? I know yesterday's reading I forgot to do this part, but that's okay, because you know what? It's a thing. And we were talking yesterday about not doing this self-flagellation thing all week, and I got home and right away I was like, oh, I should be packing boxes. I should be doing that. And then I was like, nope, you know what? I don't feel like doing it. I'm not going to do it. I don't have to do it. And I'm not going to shit on myself. So day 2 of this experiment from the challenge by Carrie to go a week without beating yourself up too much. What is our advice? What's the advice for today? Advice for today. Advice is slow to come. I don't know. Advice for today? Advice. The Hanged Man in the reverse. So maybe... Oh, we got 2 cards. The Hanged Man in the... What's with the... So many reversals. I don't know why I'm annoyed by that, but I am. The Hanged Man in reverse. Looking back at... maybe you have changed your perception so much that you have come back around to the original way you were looking at something. Have you ever overthought something so much that you came back to the original decision? I'm trying to think of a really good example of this, and I'm not sure I have one. But overthinking so much that you come back to the... I don't know how else to say it. I keep saying the same words, thinking that it's going to come out differently, and I don't think it is. But returning to the original perception of the thing, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because now you have new information, and it's going to come slowly, right? So I feel like this is maybe the waters are going to get a little tumultuous first before they get better, right? It's darkest before the dawn, the chaos before the calm. And it's going to get a little worse before it gets better. But that's okay. Allow it, right? Allow it. Embrace it. Know that when the tumultuous things happen, it's always in our best and highest good. What we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, again with the reversal, I don't know. I don't know about these cards. Feeling a little irritated by it, I guess. I don't know, but the Emperor, in reverse, so the bully. Somebody in your midst might feel a little bullying, or you might be a little bully. I know I have a new client in my group who is quite the bully, actually. Very, very, what is the word I want to say? The need for external validation is on overdrive. The need for attention, the constant monopoly of the conversation, the constant attention. I'm taking notes yesterday as I'm talking to other clients, and he's shaking the table as I'm writing, as if to get my attention. And literally that bullying of, it's all about me, right? It's all about me, and if it's not going to be all about me, then I'm going to make it all about me. Be aware of that energy. Don't be that energy, right? Don't be that energy. Remember, everybody gets what they need. Everybody gets what they need. Let's get a This Might Help card, because we're running out of time. This might help. Let's see. That one wanted to jump, so we're going to take it. The Stormy Sea. The chaos before the calm. Exactly what the advice was underneath it. So, knowing that things are going to get better, right? There has to be chaos in order for a pattern to emerge. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm running out of time. But you guys take care. We'll chat tomorrow.